Hello there YouTube. Today I want to show you how to animate your AI art for free, and the most important part, it's going to be super easy to do. There's always been ways to do this, but they've always been super complex. In fact, I have a tutorial on how to use TPSM or thin plate spline motion modeling on Windows, but it wasn't easy to do. There was a lot of errors that I ran into, and then also you have to use it through command line interface exclusively. There's no UI, so that wasn't fun, but no need to worry. Now we have the easy mode.
Let me introduce you to SadTalker. The name and origins are a bit obvious since it does not have a driving video and it really can't give too much expression or head movement to the model. This is still pretty amazing, isn't it? This one's for the memes, but I got to say the output is still really great and it's not completely emotionless. If you're interested in creating an animated image with more personality that uses a driving video to puppeteer its static image, check out my TPSM video, Thin Plate Spline Motion Modeling. Complex name for a complex install. Just a heads up, it's not easy peasy.
The first method is using Hugging Face, and so this is the way you could do it if you don't have Stable Diffusion. Just click on the upload or drag an image in here and grab your picture. Then at the bottom, you can actually put something for your TTS. Then you can put in your audio file. And so I'm going to grab something that I already made here on my desktop. And I'm just going to put this short clip here to test it out. One thing you want to turn on is the GFP GAN here, or the quality is going to be pretty low. And it's not just a face fixer in this case. That's the way to improve your quality. Then click generate. One thing you notice, and so right here, it says this application is too busy, keep trying. And then normally you'll get like a wait time that says like tomorrow or something. It was like, 2000 seconds, which is, I don't want to wait for that. This is only if you really don't want to install Stable Diffusion. This is an option, but let me show you a better option and how to install this in Stable Diffusion. Installing this in Stable Diffusion should be super easy, but for some reason for me it wasn't. But let me show you how it's done. So you would just go to the extensions tab, and then you would go on to install from URL. The next step is grabbing the link either from my video description or going to the code button here, or just grabbing it from the URL here at the SadTalker GitHub repository. Go ahead and copy that, then go back to Stable Diffusion, then just paste it into your URL and then click on install. And you can see I get an error because I've already installed this, so you won't get that. You should get this product has been installed. You go to the install tab and verify that you have SadTalker, then apply and restart UI. I would still recommend closing and reopening your web UI user.bat file. One additional requirement that you'll need for this tool is FFmpeg, and you want to install that before you run your web UI user bat file again. I didn't put the links for FFmpeg. It's a pretty popular tool and you can find it with a quick Google search. And the installation process is pretty straightforward. When you open your web UI user bat file again, you should see a bunch of colorful text saying that it's downloading all the different requirements and dependencies for this app and the checkpoints. And I say should because it didn't download the checkpoints for me and it was a pain in the butt for me. And I tried a lot of different things and I finally figured it out. So if you're having that same problem, just watch a little bit further. I personally actually had to drag the FFmpeg, FFplay, and FFPROBE files into my Stable Diffusion directory to get it to work, but maybe I don't think that's the case for everybody. But try it with it just installed first, and if you get an error for FFmpeg, then you have to do what I did, which was grab these three main files and put it into your main Stable Diffusion web UI folder. If everything went well, you should have a tab right here at the top that says SadTalker when you get back into Stable Diffusion. Then you could use it just like you did on the Hugging Face. And then you can drag in an image or click to upload. I'm going to click and I'm going to choose this image right here, which I just created. And then I'm going to click on the upload to upload my audio. All right, so I have my base image and I have my audio, so this should make it talk. So all I got to do here is change the settings here. And there's only a few settings, but the options you have is crop, and crop will cut it right above the shoulders. And so it's basically like a passport photo. You're only going to see this part right here. I don't actually choose resize. I either choose crop or full, and full is much better if you have like a body like this or one that's like a half body. But if the body's all the way back and like it's really small, then I don't recommend it. Then remove head motion, works better with the pre-processing, and the face enhancement I recommend. It's going to make it way longer though, but if you're getting quality that you're not happy with, this will change it. And it doesn't just fix the face, it also kind of improves the quality. So once you got everything where you want it, just click generate. One thing to take a look at is when this is loading, you're not going to see a progress bar on Stable Diffusion itself, but if you look in the web UI bat file that's running, you'll actually see a face renderer percentage, and that's how you can tell when this is almost done or not. Just a few things to keep in mind. This only does has human faces, so if you put a dog here, it's not going to work. And also, if you have a face that's looking too much to the side, or if it doesn't recognize your face, try putting it in full, or try changing the face, changing something about the face, make it more recognizable. If I had to give you an estimate on the time it takes, like a 10-second video takes about 2 minutes, and I think this 30-second will take about anywhere from like 5 to 6 minutes. And that's with a Ryzen 9 and a 3070 RTX, but that's still 30 to 50 times faster than the Hugging Face site. That site is slow right now. Alright, the new video is done. Let's check it out.
It's not quite at all perfect, is it? But it still does a smashing job, doesn't it? You should check it out because it's so easy to use. If you want much better results, then you'll have to see my TPSM video. And if you want to learn how to clone voices like this, and yes, this is my beautiful voice, not someone else's, you can check out my voice AI tutorial, or 11 Labs, which is very scary TTS software that will copy anyone's voice in 30 seconds. I'm not quite sure if I like that.
Alright, so the head and the mouth movement were okay, and I thought it was pretty good, but then the shoulders, it was kind of like coming apart from like where the neck bone, collarbone is, and this is why crop is probably the best option, because they'll cut it off right there, and it seems like most of these technologies require it to be like from the collarbone up to the head, top of the head. So for best results, use crop and face restoration. Here's a couple more examples with all the different settings.
If you found this video the slightest bit helpful, please consider clicking the like button and sharing. If you found this video the slightest bit helpful, please consider clicking the like button and sharing. If you found this video the slightest bit helpful, please consider clicking the like button and sharing. And if you like to learn more about voice cloning, AI art, and all things artificial intelligence, consider subscribing then.
I guess the last piece of advice I can give you is how to download the video, and you could just simply right click on this right here and save the video as, and put it wherever, but it's actually already saved to your computer. Just go to settings, then go to SadTalker, and then you can see the folder right here, and that's where all your files are being saved. You can actually change this to the desktop if you want, or you could just copy this and then paste it into your file explorer. Alright, so I'm going to paste it in file explorer, press enter, and these are all the files that were processed. So you can see here, if you see 2, the second one here is the upscaled one.
If you found this video the slightest bit helpful, please consider clicking the like button and sharing. And if you like...
So that's how you find your videos. Alright, so I guess that's the trick and that's how to do it. But what about for the people like me that ran into a million problems? I don't know why I had so many problems, but I did. So let me show you how I fixed them. The first problem I had was FFmpeg. So it gave me the warning that FFPROBE was not found. So all I did was drag the main FFmpeg files into my Stable Diffusion web UI folder. So that's the FFmpeg, the FFplay, and FFPROBE. I just dragged those loose files and pasted them in there, and that should fix that. But I did install it several different ways, including through Conda, and I've seen people install it with Conda and it just seems to work for them, but not for me. So I had to do this to fix it. The next thing I tried was adding disable-safe-unpickle to the set command line argument, and here right at the bottom, you just put it right in there and you save the document. But that didn't work, so that sucks. I thought that would have fixed it. If you want to try that one first, go ahead and go to your Stable Diffusion folder and go into the web UI user.bat file, right click on it, and then go show more options and then edit, and then just add it right here in the arguments. If you have Xformers or no half, you can just put a space right after unpickle and then start again, put --Xformers right there. And last but not least, the biggest problem was getting the checkpoint files. So it wouldn't download for some reason. Every time I restarted my web UI user file, it just kept trying to download the checkpoint files, and it was just wasting bandwidth and not getting anything for some reason. I don't know what was happening, but I stumbled upon this page, which was really hard to find, and I don't know why. It seems to be on the official GitHub of the WinFreddy, but it's just in here, and here, but I don't really see it on the main page. But anyways, just go to my video description and get this link, and you'll find this link here that says Google Drives. And now you can download all of the checkpoint files and throw them into your folder. These will all go into your checkpoint folder. Which checkpoint folder? Well, let me show you. In Stable Diffusion, go to your extensions right here, double click on it, and then click on SadTalker, and then you'll have the checkpoints folder, and that's the folder you need. But wait, go ahead and grab that address while you're in here, because you're going to need to put it somewhere. So after you put all your files in here, you're going to have to grab this address and go back to your web UI user file. So that's the one that you use to run Stable Diffusion. Right click, show more options, edit, and then copy and paste that address that you just grabbed right here. So you have to actually add the command set SadTalker checkpoints and then equals and then paste the address of the checkpoints folder and then close it and save it. It does mention that on the site here, but it's a little bit confusing because it references the D drive, but it's basically an example showing you what your drive might look like, but you're really trying to find your own drive, obviously. The last thing I want to show you is Clipchamp. So everybody that has Windows 10 and 11 should have this software by default, and this will allow you to do some free TTS or text to speech. So just press the Windows key and type in Clipchamp, and it should pop up. This is automatic install for Windows 11. So you should already have it in your system. For Windows 10, you might have to go to the site. It also has a website where you can work on this tool. But select create a new video, then click on record and create, and then click on text to speech. Choose a voice that you like. I'm going to choose an English accent, and I'm going to choose Macy. Once you type something in, go ahead and click save to media, and then you just drag it right here into the bar. And once the thing uploads and finishes, then you can save it to your computer, or you can create a video link for it. I'm going to save to my computer and put it on my desktop. And let's try it out.
Dear sir, do you have some coin to spare? I've been lost in the Abbey for a fortnight, and I feel if I stay out here any longer, I will end up in the cast of Les Miserables.
And that's how you can get some free text to speech and add it with your SadTalker, but you would have to convert this to MP3 because right now it's an MP4. But that's a free way, and they have pretty good voices. They got 120 different voices and accents, and they're all pretty good. And so a lot of times the paid stuff that you find on the internet, they're actually Microsoft Azure neural voices, which is what Clipchamp uses, as well as some other people like 11 Labs and DID. All right, that's pretty much all I had to show you, and I hope this helped you troubleshoot it if you're having problems, because it's a pain in the butt. I mean, that whole checkpoint thing, it took me a while to find that. Don't forget, I have other videos in my video description on how to do this type of stuff with more emotion. Put a driving video behind a picture so it can give it the actual movement that you want. Check that out if you're interested in it. And I also did a video on how to batch upscale and do a face enhancement for each single frame. And if you like this type of content, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. I also appreciate you sticking around to the end of the video. Thanks a lot. Bye.